Good day, Roosevelt High School. My name is Steve Moore. I'm the Activities Director here at Roosevelt High School, and we are going to have our extracurricular activities meeting today. And thank you for attending. Before we get started, I want to personally thank all of you for all the ways that you have blessed us over the summer with the way you worked with us, worked with our kids to help them reacclimate to school. We're looking forward to our kids coming back to school and being involved in activities this coming school year. With that being said, we will move on. Just a quick philosophical statement. Roosevelt Activities Department is committed to preparing our students for purposeful engagement in the world through participation in activities. Our activities programs are integral to the educational process and strive to provide challenging, meaningful, and competitive experiences for our students. We seek to enhance life skills and develop values that foster teamwork, sportsmanship, and leadership, as well as develop their talents to the highest degree possible. Before we move on with the rest of the meeting, I want to have a few introductions. First one being our Roosevelt Booster Club President, Carrie West, who will have a few words to share with you about Roosevelt Booster Club.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. I'm happy to be here on behalf of the Roosevelt Booster Club. I just wanted to fill you in on a few bit of information regarding our role at Roosevelt. First of all, our goal is to build and develop school spirit while supporting school activities, anywhere from athletics to fine arts. We also show appreciation for our teachers, help with homecoming activities, help with academic banquets, honors awards, and best buddies, just to name a few other areas of support. Our funding for the Booster Club comes from two primary sources, one being Booster Club membership and one being the President's Bowl. Booster Club membership is available at various levels, whether you are a Sioux Falls School District employee, an individual, a family, or perhaps even a business sponsor. There are the various levels, depending upon which you choose, would determine whether you would receive athletic passes, popcorn passes, t-shirts, and those sort of items based on your membership. Membership is good through the school year, and all of the money does go back to support students at Roosevelt. Information is on the website rooseveltboosters.com regarding our monthly 1-hour Booster Club meetings, as well as the registration form and online payment option for Booster Club membership. You can also join online or visit us at Writer Charge Day and Freshman Orientation on August 11th and 12th. And then secondly, the President's Bowl. That is our second form of income. It is the largest fundraiser for the high schools in Sioux Falls. Last year, we were able to raise over $56,500 for the 3 high schools through ticket sales and sponsorship. This year, it will be a little different. With the addition of Jefferson High School in 2021, we will be splitting the income across the 4 high schools. The events that are included in the President's Bowl are 2 specific football games and also a basketball tournament in November. For the first time, due to COVID regulations and guidelines, the football games will be played on 2 consecutive nights, Friday, September 4th and Saturday, September 5th. And remember, the money from the ticket sales does also go back to the booster clubs at each of the high schools. So I invite you to join the Rough Rider Booster Club and attend the President's Bowl to show support for your students. Please look for our Booster Club table and President's Bowl table at Freshman Orientation and Writer Charge Day on August 11th and 12th. We will have President's Bowl tickets available for pre-sale on that day as well. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Thank you so much, Carrie. And we really look forward to working with the Roosevelt Booster Club in many ways during this school year. A couple other introductions. They are not able to be with me today. Sanford Health provides Roosevelt High School with our athletic trainers and our strength and conditioning coach. Our athletic trainers here at Roosevelt are Scott Roggenbuck and Lexi O'Keefe. Our strength and conditioning coach is Jordan Sukup. We're blessed to have those three individuals working with our kids on a daily basis, and they do a great job with all of our kids. Our Scoreboard video sponsors that I wanted to mention, our Scoreboard project that was put together and started in the fall of 19. Our Scoreboard sponsors, video sponsors that help fund that project are Sanford Health, CU Mortgage Direct, South Dakota Army National Guard, First Premier Bank and Bank Card, TC Referee, Dakota Bank, Hy-Vee, Hague Realty, Coca-Cola, Chesterman Company, Shenanigans, Pfeiffer Implement, Dakota Sports, and the Roosevelt Booster Club. I want to again thank all of those Scoreboard video board sponsors for their generosity and in helping with our programs here at Roosevelt High School. Some websites that are of importance here at Roosevelt High School, our master schedule, Roosevelt Master Schedule is on the metroconferencesd.org. You'll want to refer to that schedule for any practice schedules, any event schedules, any rehearsal schedules. We try to keep that as up to date as possible by working with our coaches and our activities directors on that. So please refer to that schedule when you need to know some times and dates of things. The Roosevelt Booster Club has their website. It's www.rooseveltboosters.com. That is where you can get information about our Booster Club. The Sioux Falls School District website is there. That has many pieces of information that you may need to refer to throughout the year. Feel free to take a look at that in your time. Sioux Falls School District Athletics website, that's a new website that's just being launched this fall. It's www.sfsdathletics.com. That'll have much information regarding Sioux Falls School District athletics. Just a few websites that are of importance here at Roosevelt High School. Documentation for participation. So if you have a student who's going to be participating at Roosevelt High School in either fine arts or athletics, including club sports, they need to fill out the activity participation packet. It's an online packet, and we will be supplying instructions on how to do that if you have not done that. Again, that is for all students that will be in fine arts or in athletics here at Roosevelt High School. Documentation for athletic participation. This is for student athletes that are in our athletic programs. You need to have a physical on file. Physicals are good if taken after April 1 of 2019 for the 2021 school year. We have an extra year on their physicals for this year because of COVID-19. So most of our students now already have a physical in place, but we will let you know if we're missing that documentation. Pre-participation interim medical history, that needs to be completed and submitted to the activities office before a student athlete can be involved in our workouts or practices. And we'll let you know if we do not have that documentation. Insurance, the Sioux Falls School District does not provide insurance for students when they're participating in our sports or activities. If you have any questions about any of this, please contact Carla or myself in the Roosevelt Activities Office at 605-362-2866. Eligibility rules to understand. There are rules through the South Dakota High School Activities Association. I'm not going to get into too many of those, but they can be found at this website, www.sdhsaa.com. Just a few general rules of importance that the Activities Association has in place. A student athlete must be under the age of 20 years old in order to participate. They must have passed at least 4 classes the previous semester, or obtained a minimum of 2 credits previous semester in order to participate. Incoming 9th graders entering high school for the first time have a clean slate for academics when they start high school. So that means their fall semester, they have a clean slate. Student must be currently enrolled in 4 classes, pursuing a minimum of 2 credits here at Roosevelt High School. Another important point here with the Activity Association is during a sports season, a student cannot compete, practice, try out for a non-school team of the same sport, and that's only in athletics. But that's an important one. If you have any questions about that or any of the South Dakota High School Activity Association rules, please call me at the office and we can visit about any questions you might have. Other eligibility rules to understand would be the Sioux Falls School District activity rules. They're year-round activity rules. Students are expected to demonstrate behavior in and out of their school activities that reflects positively on the individual, themselves, their school, and their community. These rules are in effect all year. Participation is a privilege, not a right. By participating, you are voluntarily agreeing to abide by the rules of the Sioux Falls School District, the South Dakota High School Activity Association, and of any program, team, or activity. Just some specific activity information. Each activity program, whether they're fine arts or sports, will have specific virtual meetings prior to the start of their season. Dates, times, and locations of these meetings will be announced prior to the meeting via email and student announcements. Decisions on how we will conduct winter and spring meetings will be made at a later date. So in other words, our fall meetings will be all virtual meetings with parents and students before we get started with practices and lessons. Activity meeting information, just some general things you'll find or hear about during those parent meetings with our coaches and directors. You'll hear about their philosophy, their expectations for all the people that are involved. They will include an environment of effort, respect, sportsmanship, support, care, growth, safety, and fun. They'll talk about schedules, travel, fundraising, eligibility, attendance, coach and director decisions, how those are made. Those are very difficult things that they have to deal with, and they will lay out those expectations with each of you. Most issues, if there are issues, are solved by a student, coach, or director communication. We want students to learn to advocate for themselves. An order of communication protocol that we ask is that if there is an issue, that your student talks to their coach or director first, and then if it's not resolved that way, then the parent can talk with the coach or the director, and if need be, the parent and administrator can visit about the issue as well. But we do want students to advocate for themselves and to talk to their coaches and directors about any issues that they see. Just some our activities directors for athletics or coaches are listed here. There'll be a link with that in the email that I send out. Fine arts directors are listed here as well. And the last thing I have for you is, we're in very difficult times, and we are excited, so excited to have our kids coming back to school, being involved in activities. And one of the things that I want to read to you is a statement that from the Sioux Falls School District regarding COVID-19 updates. And I'll read that, and then we'll be done with the meeting. The Sioux Falls School District is preparing to begin the 2020 fall activity season as scheduled. Our top priority is and will be the health and safety of our student participants, staff, and spectators as we work to provide activities for the 2020-2021 school year. District administrators are working with city, state, and national officials to develop safety guidelines and protocols for each activity and will be made available for our stakeholders prior to the respective start date of their seasons. These guidelines and protocols will continually be evaluated to ensure the health and safety of all. If a decision is made to alter, delay, or cancel any of our activities, we will issue appropriate communication to all stakeholders and local media. We will also have up-to-date information on our athletics webpage in the Sioux Falls School District. We appreciate your understanding as we diligently work to provide meaningful activity opportunities for your students. Again, thank you. And if you have any questions, please contact us in the activities office. Go Rough Riders!